Okay, so I'm just going to finish off the shape of the head and then close off the shape entirely. So for the head now, after going in for the neck, I want to expand quite dramatically out for the head. So again, looking directly down on it, this time I've gone in reverse, so I can see the coil underneath, I can see it on the inside. So I'm going out, in and out again. Blending. At this point now it got quite high, so this is where you want the thickness of the wall. When you're blending these in, if you see your whole pot wobbling, you're sending vibrations down through the wall, which you don't necessarily want to do. When I'm smoothing it on the outside, you couldn't really see it, but my finger on the inside was supporting it, and when I'm smoothing it on the inside, my hand is on the outside supporting it. So I'm always counter supporting what pressing I'm doing. Okay, so we've come out, and now we're going to go in and close it off entirely. So blend it in, and I'm going to start closing off. So every coil that I put on goes a little bit in, and now I'm going to do it quite dramatically. So every coil that went on the inside as opposed to straight up, and blend in. So I have been conscious of the shape that I'm trying to make. I am modeling the basic structure of it, but there's by no means any detail in it, and this whole structure can still be amended. I could make areas tighter, but it's easier to expand areas. So what I mean by that is I could easily make the belly fatter, but I can't make it thinner, or at least it's a lot harder to make it thinner. So I'm just going to lift that up now one more time just so you can see what I've done. So I've closed off the top surface. So what I've got now is, let me see where would the front, so I'm starting to try to decide where the front might be and where the back might be. Let's say if this is kind of looking like an interesting front. So let's say if this is my front, my head, I want that face to be quite high. So my face is going to be in here. And the waistcoat is going to split there. The jacket's coming down this way. So I'm starting to, the lighting isn't great there now, but you can just see it. So my face is going to be inside this area here, with a high nose. So my nose line is going to be there. Mouth's going to be around there somewhere. Like that. Now, I should have really done it before I closed it off, but just looking at it, I really think that belly needs to be a little bit fatter. So I'm going to come in from the inside, and I'm brushing it a little bit more, just to expand that belly a little bit more on the inside. And to accentuate that belly with the credit card, I might just push it in at the bottom. I'm not taking any clay off, I'm just pushing it in and brushing up. Push in and brush up. It'll tuck the clay in under the belly. So that's it for the basic structure. What I might do now is go over it with the kidney, and I'm not focusing on smoothing out the surface, I'm spreading the clay around. So wherever I think clay, if there's too much clay in one area and too little in another, I'm just moving the clay around, and by that I'm shaping it. So I'm giving it more shape. So I'm making the neckline narrower by dragging a little bit of clay off the neckline and depositing that clay somewhere else. So drag, it's like butter. I'm spreading the butter from the neck. I have the clay on the tool, and I can deposit it where it's needed. I do have a problem on the back. There is a bit here buckling, so it's buckling inwards. If it starts to buckle, that's the time to stop. If I go at it, it's just going to keep buckling inwards. I need to stop, leave it stiffen up a little bit. If it's really bad, you'll have to lift it up and just press it out on the inside. But I'm going to leave that stiffen up. If I keep working on this now, eventually the thing is going to start deforming very slowly and it'll collapse on me, or it'll go out of shape. So I just want to leave that stiffen up a little bit, maybe for an hour or two, and I'll come back to it and we'll start the detail model.